So take out page number 61, Annalisa and the Giant. Before starting the lesson, we have a starter here, in which so many fairy tale characters are given. I hope you understood these know about these characters. Like one is fairy. So whatever the characters you know, you can The giant